Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Fountain Park. We are the Sheboygan Pops Concert Band, and we're very pleased that you've joined us here on this lovely summer evening for this Twilight Concert series, which is brought to you by the Chamber of Commerce through the generous support of the Sheboygan business community. A special welcome to those of you who might be viewing this broadcast on WSCS. Do we have any people in the audience who it's your very first Sheboygan Pops Concert Band concert? Thank you. Thank you for joining us tonight. Glad you're here. My name is Mary Schiller, and I'll be your announcer for this evening, but I would like to introduce you to a few other key people in our organization, and first and foremost, our conductor, Mr. Neil Monkey. Neil? We also have an associate conductor, and this evening he's playing in the euphonium section of our band, and that's Alan Bruce. Al? And the current president of the Sheboygan Pops Concert Band, playing in the clarinet section, is Ronnie Anderson. Ronnie?
No, Mom's not going anywhere.
We put together a collection of interesting songs to play for you this evening tonight, and I think we have one guest soloist who's going to be joining us, and that's especially going to be a treat for you. We also will introduce you, if you come to our previous concerts, you know that at each concert we're introducing you to the members of the sections of our band, and so we're going to introduce two sections this evening also. As we begin, though, I ask that you please stand and join in the singing of our national anthem. Marches have always been a staple of the Sheboygan Pops Concert Band, and we have one to begin our concert tonight, and it's entitled Invercargill. If you're wondering what Invercargill is, it's actually a city in New Zealand. It's the southernmost, westernmost city in New Zealand. And I've been fortunate to spend some time in this area, and it's really beautiful. It has a very temperate climate. It's surrounded by Fiordland National Park, and just a lovely place. The composer of this piece is Alex Lithgow, and he lived in Invercargill, New Zealand. He was actually born in Scotland, but his family moved there, and so he lived in Invercargill from the time he was 6 until he was 24, and then he actually moved over to Tasmania. And his brother, Tom, was also musical, and he was the director of the band in Invercargill. And the city of Invercargill was preparing to host the approaching New Zealand Band Contest in 1909, and the organizing committee asked Tom Lithgow if his brother could write a piece for that competition. And so that's what Alex did. He wrote this piece. And if you read the score, actually, the dedication on the score reads, and this is a quote, "To Invercargill, the southernmost city in New Zealand, end of the world, and its citizens, as a memento of the many pleasant years spent there in my boyhood." So, Alex Lithgow's Invercargill March.
She loves you.
My mom wore it actually.
Would you like a beer?
Oh, really?
You told me your mom wasn't going to dress up. Yeah, lies.
I didn't even dress.
We saw her walking so early.
That's so funny that you came in a goddamn fur. Is that real? My mom said that's real.
I know, that's my thing, like, I don't want to be backward at home.
Our next piece is entitled Selection of Jerome Kern Songs. And some people have referred to Jerome Kern as the father of modern American musical theater. He was actually born in New York. His father was a Jewish-German immigrant, and his mother was an American Jew that was of Bohemian parentage. And when Kern was born, his father worked in a stable, but later on, his father actually became a very successful merchant, and he moved from New York to New Jersey, and so it was there that Kern really began his musical career. His mother was a very accomplished piano player, and she was a teacher. So when he was about, a very young age, he started playing the piano as well as composing. When he was in high school, he composed a number of pieces, and he actually wrote an amateur musical adaptation of Uncle Tom's Cabin, which the Newark Yacht Club performed. He continued to compose throughout high school, and actually in the spring of his senior year, he decided to quit high school. And as you can imagine, his father was not pleased with that. And so Jerome Kern just wanted to compose, but his father made him come and work in the family business. And he really failed miserably at that. One of his first tasks when he was working for his father in the business is he was supposed to purchase 2 pianos for the store. But instead, he ordered 200. So that didn't really work out real well. His father wasn't pleased, and eventually his father decided, okay, you don't have to join me in the business. You can compose music. So that's what he did. And so throughout the early part of the 1900s, that's what he did. In 1927 was really the year that Jerome Kern made it into the history books, because he composed the music for Showboat, and that was really the first truly American musical. So many great numbers from that. After that, after 1927, he kind of divided his time between Broadway and Hollywood. He worked steadily, like on 37 different shows during his career. And he was beginning work on Annie Get Your Gun when he died suddenly in 1945. But certainly at that time he left behind a catalog of show music that really is noteworthy. So please enjoy a selection of Jerome Kern songs.
So honestly, I don't know where the gray comes from. I'm just going with Merv, but I know Noah. Not no. Because he's not actually.
It's not very often that we get to play a piece by a Wisconsin composer, but our next piece is. It's a march. It's entitled Men of Wisconsin, and it's by Theodore Messing. And Ted was actually born in Eau Claire. He attended Northland College, which is way, way up on Lake Superior in Ashland. He eventually received his Bachelor of Music degree from the University of Wisconsin, and then he went on to get his Master of Education degree from the University of Minnesota. But for many years, he taught instrumental music in the Ashland public schools. Eventually, he moved on from that to working in a college. He went to Oregon State College, and he was the professor of music and director of the bands there. And he had a really great career in Oregon. He directed the Oregon State Marching Band at Rose Bowl appearances in both 1957 and then again in 1965. And great publishing career too. He had more than 250 musical compositions to his name. He died in 1967, actually after a marching band rehearsal. So we present for you now Ted Messing's Men of Wisconsin March.
Here, buddy.
The well-known English composer Vaughan Williams probably needs no introduction because many people recognize his music. We're going to play a piece of his now that is entitled Sea Songs, and it's an arrangement of 3 different sea songs. These are all well-known British songs. The first one is Princess Royal, the next one, Admiral Benbow, and the last one is entitled Portsmouth. And this is a march that Vaughan Williams wrote in 1923 for the Wembley exhibition, which was going to take place in 1924. And it's written in a typical march form with a trio. It was published simultaneously for brass and wind band, and then later Vaughan Williams actually transcribed it so it could be played by symphony orchestra. And It should be noted that Sea Songs was originally intended to be the final movement of Vaughan Williams' folk song suite. Some of you may be familiar with that piece.
That's your foot, dummy.
In the United Kingdom, this particular piece is very well known because it's used as the theme music for several BBC television programs. And so we present Vaughan Williams' Sea Songs.
Start on that one, please. I believe you. I already watched Mr. Selfridge's because I was at Mr. Selfridge's. It's about Selfridge's in London. The
It looks like those toy tykes
If you were here at our last concert, which was 2 weeks ago tonight, you know that we played a number called Begin the Begin. We're going to play Begin the Begin again, but this time it's in a march tempo. And of course, Begin the Begin was written by Cole Porter. It's believed to have happened back in 1934, and it's a classic, what can we say? So, Begin the Begin.
Oh, good. What happened?
Our next piece is going to feature the trumpet section of our band, and before we play it, I'd like to introduce to you the gentlemen that are back in our trumpet section. As I mentioned before, we try to do that throughout the summer to let you know what else we do, because many of us have day jobs. I mean, we do play together, rehearse every Tuesday night at South High School, and then do concerts, parades, other things throughout the summer. But I think it's kind of interesting to find out a little bit about the members of the band. So I'm going to start on your left, and the first person, and maybe you could just wave your hand, is Ian Halverson. Ian works as a real estate, in the real estate office at RE/MAX Universal in Sheboygan Falls. He's also a title agent, works at Falls Title. He has been playing the trumpet for 20 years, more or less. He lives in Sheboygan with his lovely wife, Sarah, and his couple, Brody. So that's Ian Halverson. Next to him is Jeff Rhodes. Jeff works as a media buyer for Potawatomi Bingo and Potawatomi Hotel and Casino, and he's been playing the trumpet for 41 years, and all of those years he's been in the band with his beautiful wife. That's what he wrote on my piece of paper, and that, of course, is Vicki Rhodes, who is our lead flute player. So that's Jeff. Next to Jeff is Jerry Nooker. Jerry is a retired pharmacist. He worked at Aurora Sheboygan Memorial Hospital, and he's been playing the trumpet for 50 years. In addition to playing in our band, he also is the leader of the German Heritage Band. Some of you probably are familiar with that group. And because he's the leader of that band, he's trying to learn some German. I understand that he can say, "I understand a little German." So if there's anybody in the audience who can help Jerry out with that, please see him after the concert. Next to Jerry is our lead trumpet player, and that's Mr. William Hughes. Bill is a retired music professor, and he has played the trumpet for 74 years. That's a long time. Yeah.
A butter shot. Butter shot.
Next to Bill is Glenn Anderson.
Butter shot.
Glenn works as an electromechanic at Kohler, and he has been playing the trumpet for 35 years. And his wife also plays in the band. She's our band president, Ronnie Anderson. So the piece that these gentlemen are going to play for you this evening is called Flamingo Trumpets. And it's obviously for trumpet, cornet, with a band accompanying, and it's in a Begin tempo, and it was composed by Carol M. Butts. So please enjoy Flamingo Trumpets.
Comfortable, right? You gotta put your leg up. I got my leg up right now. You got that black support.